actually really good.
Too many
Stop that
varieties. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Bloopers. Anyways.
What was it about CSM that made you apply here to choose over other universities that have really famous, world-renowned illustration courses? What was it about CSM that drew you in?
Oh, my cousin told me about the school. She was studying fashion here, and she told me how good it was and how prestigious. And it's always good to have the name on the CV at the end. That's what she told me.
Yeah, that's what I heard about it too, but I didn't really know a lot of colleges, about art, because my high school didn't know a lot about art, so this CSM was one of the ones that I heard about, so if I heard about it in Turkey, it must be good. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I had another option to go and study in France, but the art schools there, it's really conservative, so
Yeah, same.
I kind of wanted to stay in a more international and open-minded atmosphere,
Yeah, kind of
since I was coming from overseas.
have the freedom to do your own thing.
Yeah.
What were your expectations when you came to CSM? What were you expecting to see? Who were you expecting to meet? What were you expecting to do?
I was expecting to have so much work, and it's really how you manage your time, basically.
Oh yeah, I expected to learn a lot of things, like, very quickly. I wasn't expecting. I was sort of like expecting to be spoon-fed with information, but that wasn't the case. And so like I had to learn how to learn things by myself,
Yeah.
sort of give effort to learn stuff.
You get a lot from the school, but you need some effort from your side in a way.
Yeah.
Some extra.
Yeah, it was very frustrating at first to do it on my own, but I sort of like got used to it. But this definitely wasn't what I expected.
Yeah.
Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing?
It's a good thing. It's a new thing, so it can't be bad.
So you expecting something more intense from the first year?
BA?
Yeah.
And you feel like it's been quite easy?
I mean, I wouldn't call it easy since there's a lot of things that I learn now and they're brand new, but I'd say it's laid back.
Yeah, I feel it's really unstructured in a way, but
Yeah.
you've got to make your own structure out of the classes, because when you have a lesson in the morning and a lecture in the evening, you just got to find a way to fill that gap and stay motivated. Otherwise, you just start having bad how do you say? Bad habits in terms of work and
work ethic. When you meet people and you tell them that you're from CSM, do you feel that there's a prejudice? Do you feel it's an advantage? Do you feel it's a disadvantage? Do you feel like what's the reaction people?
Well, most of the time they ask me if I'm doing fashion, because fashion is the most known department in CSM. You've got McQueen, Jimmy Choo, Galliano, and everything. But I don't know where I was going.
I mean, when I tell people that I'm from CSM, people outside of UAL give me the reaction of, "Oh, that's a really good school." But if I talk to like a guy or a girl from Camberwell, they'll give me a face, like, "Oh, you're from Central St. Martin."
Yeah, there's there's some kind of competition.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're from there.
Central Somali students have this stereotype of being really snobby and judgmental and arrogant and competitive in a way.
And that is true to a certain extent, but not everyone is like that. So
Overall, people here are actually not that pretentious and.
I think it's like two sides to CSM. There's people who just are laid back and don't really give a lot of crap, but there are people who just take it a bit too seriously.
Yeah.
And that seriousness sort of turns into arrogance, and that creates a stereotype of CSM.
That they were trying to teach students to be unemployable in the end.
Yeah, that CSM students should be trained.
I
Should be
guess-
unemployable.
What?
I just feel like the lessons here are really, and even the briefs and stuff. It's really conceptual in a way. Like you do your brief and you end up with some cool designs, whatever, and you just finish the brief and then you're like, what else? You know, how my work, how my creativity is going to be used outside of the school. You know, what about the future? And I think we're not being told enough about how we can use our talents outside the school walls, basically.
Yeah, it was to adapt to to the real
No,
world.
yeah, we're not really prepared for the business world,
Yeah.
but we have all those live briefs coming in as well.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess it's really a choice if you want to, you know,
Yeah.
get involved or just live your little peaceful and slow student life. You know.
And in terms of the illustration part of CSM, do you feel like it's still very much considered to be something that, you know, just people just do little drawings on their notebooks and things like that, or do you feel like it's got a really important place in CSM, or do you feel like it's still a little bit judged and a little bit old school and that people just don't really see, because now there's such a big push for fashion students, for photographers, the digital age and all this, do you feel like illustration maybe is falling behind, or do you feel like it's...
I don't really think illustration has a place of its own here. It's more a part of graphic design department. But
I quite like that though.
yeah,
Like, I can't complain.
Yeah?
you get you know,
Because it's such a broad thing, and when you learn about so many stuff, you know, it's good. You don't
Yeah, you're
specialize in one thing. I mean, I would prefer to know bits and pieces from you know, like a lot of things, and know.
It's nice to be
specialize.
surrounded by other creatives in the same
Yeah.
department and be inspired in a way.
So you two, as like basically your natural talent, you're most comfortable with is illustration. Do you feel like now it's just quite easy to use a camera? Do you feel like you're losing a bit of your craft, or do you feel like that's still being nurtured here?
I feel like I need to put down my pencil for a while to learn new things. So I guess I am stepping back from drawing right now and focusing on photography and digital stuff more. But I don't know if it's a consistent thing I don't know if it's permanent or temporary, you know, or I don't know if I would continue doing digital and leave drawing forever, I don't know.
Yeah, I was quite happy to find in CSM that they're trying to motivate you to use all the techniques like screen printing or, you know, printmaking, different facilities that the school offers, and yeah, I think it's quite cool because I would have never had the opportunity to look into that kind of technique
I
by
didn't
my
even
own.
know what
Yeah.
screen printing was before I
Me
came
either.
here.
Do you recommend CSM as a school now with a 2 years experience in it? 1 year in this campus and 1 year
It's sort of weird. Like one day I'm like, oh, CSM is great, and the other day I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh, I hate this place. You know, it's sort of like a love-hate relationship
Yeah,
between the
it's
school.
really what you make of it, because the teachers and the facilities are amazing. Like the school is crazy. Just the architecture and all the light falling inside just makes you want to learn. You know, there was a lot of repetition.
No? Very good.
Do we sound like idiots? I don't know.
No, I feel
I don't know.
Maybe we do. Maybe we do.
I don't know. I know that I'm gonna hate myself when I watch this video. I am gonna despise it.
No, it's like when you listen to your voice, it's terrible.
I hate it so much.
Okay.
Cool.